Well, here we go. Angels down 3-2 currently. World Series hanging in the balance. But good thing, silver lining here. We're back at home at Angel Stadium. We got Reed Detmers on the mound. He is 1-0 through 4 games started. And Justin Steele on the other side, he's 1-3 in the postseason thus far. So a losing pitcher. Can we find a way to get it done? Come back, force a Game 7, find a way to win this World Series here in front of the hometown faithful. Through 3 innings, Reed Detmers looking pretty darn good. Other than the top of the 4th inning, Anthony Reagan, we have shut him down pretty much for the entire World Series. Until this point, solo shot off of the left-hander. You knew that was a good matchup. Reagan does mash against left-handers. Hadn't had a lot of success against Trevor Rogers, but this is a different story now. Reed Detmers, totally different pitcher. Almost a second deck shot for Anthony Reagan. Let's go here to the bottom of the 5th inning. We've got base runner on first base. Jerome Morris, the rookie catcher, hitting a gap shot. We'll see if we can slide in safely at home. We do. It is an RBI double in the bottom of the 5th, tying this baby up. That's a way to perform in game number 6. If we can't have our veterans do it, we might as well have our rookie take the load off, take the handle on it. Logan O'Hoppe here in the top of the 6th inning. We got a double play opportunity. That would have been huge. Seiya Suzuki, instead of being out at first base, grounding into a double play, O'Hoppe throws it away. And now we got to face off against Anthony Reagan here yet again. First pitch. Fastball, high and outside. We do get him to fly out. Here comes the throw from Adolis Garcia. He's there. Got a good arm. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time. Swanson will slide in safely. Angels give up the tie. It is now 2-1 late in this ball game. Chris Morel has had a decent World Series thus far. Neto looking for that double play. Nice turn. Almost doubled him up. Great job hanging in there on the hard slide by Suzuki right into Kyron Paris. Taylor Ward playing third base here tonight. Does make a nice throw to first. And the inning is over. So we will now go to the bottom of the 6th. Taylor Ward loves hitting against left-handers. He hits it right past Christopher Morel. Good knock. Way to be. First pitch hacking, looking for the fastball. He got it. Mike Trout, deep drive. But PCA is there. He'll make the catch. Trout's been pretty quiet so far in the World Series. It seems that way. 1-0 pitch here to Logan O'Hoppe. A little bit late on the fastball, but that's carrying. It's gone. Whoa. Lightning in a bottle. O'Hoppe, a 2-run shot. He's got like 99 power against left-handers, so you know we were looking, hunting fastballs. He got it. 4th home run of the postseason. Angels take the lead for the first time in the ballgame. 3-2 game. Bottom 6th here still. Adolis Garcia right off of the feet, right off the cleats of Justin Steele, and he's going to try to walk this thing off here a little bit. Little stinger in the cold autumn air. But that's actually, I've never seen that. I've never seen that ever since like 2009. MLB The Show 09. The pitcher actually gets hurt, has the animation getting hurt, and then he's removed from the game completely. So Justin Steele is gone. Shawnuel, possible ground out into a double play. We'll see. Flip over to first base, not in time, but we do extend the inning here. It's not a twin-killing double play. Zach Neto. Oh, Zach Neto, say it ain't so. 2-run homer for Neto off of Kikuchi. Another guy who hits left-handers big time. Comes up with a 2-run shot. We've got 2 of them so far in this game. That's going to extend the lead out, guys. It is 5-2 Angels. We're taking a commanding lead here into the top of the 7th. How about Mike Trout? He likes hitting against lefties too, don't he? Yes, sir. PCA looked like he thought he might have had it. But it's another 2-run shot for the Angels. 4th home run for Mike Trout. We got ourselves a 7-2 ball game. Angels being clutch here with runners in scoring position here late in the game. That's what championship teams are made of, guys. Good pitching, timely hitting. PCA thought he had a good beat on it, but he wasn't really even close, guys. So we will jump now to the top of the 9th. Ian Happ hitting from the right-handed side strikes out. This game is over. Angels force a game number 7. Let's go. Let's go. I think you know what's on the agenda here. You got to throw out Trevor Rogers now at this point. He did pitch a couple days ago, but he's going to be on like 3 days rest. He's got to go. He's our ace. He's the best guy that we can choose from. You could go with Chris Paddock as well, but I think he just pitched in game number 5. So actually game 5 that he pitched in. So you know what? The thing is with the Cubs, I'm actually taking control of the Cubs going into the game. Then I'm going to switch over to the Angels because they had Cade Horton scheduled to start. They had other options available to them. And you know what? I'm putting myself at a detriment right here because Jack Flaherty is the guy that we're going up against. And he pitched really good out in Wrigley Field, one of the earlier games here in this series. You can see his numbers there, 17.4 K rates. He's got a decent ERA so far in the postseason. So we're going to jump right in, guys. Jump right in here. We've got a little jam happening with Trevor Rogers. Top of the third, still nothing score. Taylor Ward in foul ground does make the catch. Runners thought about moving up an extra 90 feet on the tag up, but that was not going to happen. Good throw back in. And then we got a little pop-up here. Langoliers. Back to the catcher, Jerome Morris. And that's it for the third inning. Cubs squander an opportunity there. Full count pitch here to Jerome Morris. He will draw a walk. Morris has actually been pretty good. He's really coming into his own in an extended look season. So I'm really impressed with this rookie catcher. Maybe potentially Logan O'Hoppe finds his way out. I don't know. I really don't want to get rid of him, but we'll talk about that stuff a little bit later on here in this video in the offseason. We got Kyron Paris up. Perfect. Base hit right down the line. Morris has got to get on his horse. Rounding third. No, he's going to stop. Probably pretty smart right here. Don't want to squander an opportunity right now, guys. So Paris is in with a double. Shawnewill is coming up. He's a hot hitter. Let's go. 3-run homer. No, sir. Just outside. Wait, what? It's caught? We're tagging up. Oh, no. It could be the end of the inning. Kyron Paris tagged up from second. He went to third. I mean, I'm actually just pushing buttons at this one because I'm, like, freaking out. I'm like, we got a home run animation. Then it was going foul, of course. That happens. But then Ian Happ, we got an out? It's like, well, that's deep enough to score the run, so just tag up. But Kyron Paris with the beautiful slide, if he's out before that run scores, it's the end of an inning. So it's just like, man, we just got totally screwed. But what a great play by Ian Happ here in foul territory to take away a foul ball. Now watch this slide. Look at, he's not even halfway down the line. Oh, what a beautiful slide by Kyron Paris. That saved this inning. Because now we're going to get the next hitter up here, Sung-Chae Chang, and he's got a base knock right over Dansby Swanson's head. So, hey, it could have been a 3-run homer if it stayed fair. Okay, so that's one thing. Now we got 2 runs thanks to Kyron Paris' nice little looking slide right there. So let's go jump to the top of the 5th inning. We got Anthony Reagan with a man on base, 0-2 pitch, and a slider. He was not anticipating that. A high and inside slider. That is sneaky business by Trevor Rogers. And then Mike Trout. How fitting is that? Game 7. Your team needs you. You're coming up big. Solo home run, and it was a no-doubter. 448. An absolute missile to left center field. And why would we anticipate anything else? Why would we expect anything else from Mike Trout? He wants this World Series ring, man. Let's go. So 3-0 game. Top of the 8th. 0-1 pitch here to Reagan. Neto has got this one on a short hop. That's out number 3. Guys, we are 1 inning away from a World Series championship. How about this? We're looking for insurance. Jerome Morris going to the opposite field gap. Adolis Garcia headed home looking for the 4th run of the game, but he's tossed out. So a 4-run lead going into the 9th would have been huge. Absolutely huge for us. But instead it is a 3-run lead. The Cubs still have a chance at mounting a comeback. So here we go. Angels are ready to be crowned champions, right? There's no way we're blowing this, right? 1 out. Langoliers. He's going deep. That's all the way to the wall. Trout. Oh, I was hoping for a Baltimore. You know, the catch, the Mike Trout catch that really like vaulted, it like started his stardom in his career, but that didn't happen here. That would have been a huge moment in Game 7 of a World Series. So it's now 3-1 thanks to the Langoliers solo shot. So we're going to call on Joel Payamps. He's blown 3 saves, does not have a good ERA, but he's got the bottom of the order squaring up against him. I think I like our odds here. Zach Neto, nice play up the middle. 2 outs. Guys, 1 more out, and it's Ian Happ. Ground ball, base hit. Oh, no. Here we go. Here we go. The Joel Payamps thing. Here we go. Runner at first base. It's going to be up to Pete Crow Armstrong to extend the game for the Cubs. He can find a way to hit one out. It could be a tie game in no time. He's already got a double in this one. All he's got to do is pull something down that right field line. He swings through this one. It is 0-2, guys. 0-2 count. 1 more strike. Joel, come on, baby. We know you can do it. We know you've had your struggles. He gets the sign. Here's the pitch. He's going changeup. He's got Pete Crow Armstrong swinging on through it. And for the first time since 2002, the Angels reign supreme in baseball. Coming back, climbing out of a 3-2 series hole and beating the Chicago Cubs. What a game. What a series. Of course, Mike Trout, that's the big story here. I don't want to take anything away from our pitching staff and the way that we've built this thing up. The youngsters on this team, the veteran mix that we've had, the guys that we brought in like a Yelich and an Adolis Garcia, a Trevor Rogers, a Chris Paddock, right? All these guys that we brought in here, very solid baseball players. But of course, Mike Trout, the captain, the legend, he finally gets a ring. A career that's seen MVPs and all-star nods and highlight after highlight after highlight. He's now got the one thing that's missing, a World Series championship. Congratulations to our LA Angels. Of course, the player of the game, Trevor Rogers, 7 strikeouts, nobody walked, no earned. He was great. He was great. Now, this is a little strange to me. Orelvis Martinez is your World Series MVP. Your playoff MVP is Mike Trout. So, Orelvis, I think he had like 1 hit out of 2 at-bats. So, for whatever reason, the show, now you know. If there's any questions with your guys' franchise files, now you know. They really love average. Average means everything with that award, apparently. So Trout is your postseason MVP. I'd probably just end up giving it to him anyway, World Series MVP. I think it just would probably happen in real life that way anyway. So now we're going to get a little bit of a preview of the next season, guys. I'm going to do the entire offseason. Nothing really truly happened all that stunning, really. We've got some decisions to make here on Adolis Garcia. He is 35 years old. I'm not saying that that's like, I mean, I'm 36, okay? Like, that's not, but spring chicken in the world of Major League Baseball. Taylor Ward, it's going to be a tough goodbye here, but I think he's just kind of losing his spot on the 26-man roster. He would be a nice bench guy, but I really don't want to pay that much money for a bench guy. Adolis Garcia, I feel like we've got a bunch of young outfielders that are going to be on the come up here. We just ended up drafting a guy, Joaquin Marrero. If you guys remember that, it's been such a long time since I've last uploaded this series. But we've got guys. We got Luis Paniagua. He actually showed some really nice promise there in the postseason little run. Plus, we've got good first basemen like Shawnuel. We got Horwitz in there. We got Bruno Zarate. We just drafted him. It was a really good draft class for us the last couple of seasons. And I know they're infielders, but I guess the point is that we're really young. And it's just like the perfect time to win a World Series with that veteran group that we even had. And now we're starting to get some nice progression with Sung-Chae Chang in the middle of our infield. You got Orelvis Martinez and Thomas Woodson, the third baseman, and Neto's in the mix. And it's just a really good time to be an Angels fan at this point, guys. We're on the come up. This is on the making of a dynasty at this point. But unfortunately for the timing of this series, guys, I forgot about Geraldo Chavez. 74A, 25, really good hitter. But it's unfortunate timing for this series because I feel like we got to end it. I don't want to really end it, but I feel like we have to because we're only getting like 200 views. I hate to do that, but it's my own fault. I should have been uploading this a lot more frequently, but some other things came up in life, and that's just how it goes. But I really had a lot of fun with this series. I'm kind of being reflective a little bit here on, how I thought that this series went. Of course, we tried to implement some things that were a little bit different, like wheel spins for arbitration and off-season decisions, letting the CPU decide on some things. And kind of taking me, the player, out of it for a little bit. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a little fun. We had player upgrades as well, if they earned it, if they reached their goals. But it was a lot of things in this franchise series that I had to communicate to you guys about how things were going, right? Rather than just rebuilding the team, it got a little bit maybe too deep. So I'm anxious to hear you guys' feedback in the comment section below. There will be one more episode. So I'm going to show you guys the off-season stuff right here. We're just kind of scrolling through, taking a look at our young guys, taking a look at our major league caliber guys. There's that Joaquin Marrero guy that I just talked to you guys about that we drafted a few seasons ago. He's better than Taylor Ward and Yelich at this point as an overall rating goes. So I just feel like it's time, right? I feel like it's time to start moving on from those older guys. We got Paniagua, we got Rivera, who's pretty decent as a C. He's got some regression there in some of those other areas. But I guess the point is that we're young in that positional group. We're going to take the next step with our franchise with this new young group. And of course, Mike Trout getting a little older. Yelich is upwards of 35. He's 36 at this point. So yeah, with 2 more seasons left to go. But yeah, I'm anxious to hear you guys' feedback on how you thought that this series went. Of course, going into MLB The Show 25, what are some things that you would like to see going forward in a franchise series? So let's continue to talk about off-season stuff here. So Mike Trout, he's got 3 seasons left, 28, 29, and 30. He's going to be 39 years old at that point. I would say probably he would still be in the game. I don't think he's going to end up retiring. I think you got to, with guys like that, he's got to hit a certain overall rating. The age necessarily doesn't matter. But of course, with age and service time does come regression. And that's kind of what I'm thinking here with Adolis Garcia. I'm really like scouting out our positional groups here and seeing like, what do we have on the come up here? And can I really afford to get rid of a guy that hit 40 home runs for us and allowed us to vault to win a World Series? We've been in the playoffs the last couple of seasons, but he was a guy that really helped us vault. And you know what? I'm going to make that tough decision that we could probably be spending money elsewhere. We got a couple of pitchers like Paddock and Detmers whose contract seasons are coming up. Trevor Rogers, maybe he's a mainstay, maybe not. So we're looking to spend maybe some more money inside the pitching staff. I'm looking at guys like McClanahan, guys like Bieber. We've already got a really good bullpen. It'd be a nice little 1-2 punch right there to really just continue to lean in and strengthen that starting pitching staff. So you know what? I'm still thinking I'm being a little cheap right now. I'm trying to go bargain shopping a little bit. And I'm looking at Matt Manning. 6'6". He seems like the perfect angel. He's from California. He's an 86 overall player. He's 30 years old. It seems like a good move for us. We can kind of get the best years out of him. We're going to try to sign him up to a 4-year deal, try to sweeten that offer just a little bit and front load it. That way we're not paying a 35-year-old pitcher more money. And we're actually going to go out and grab Matt Manning. He will end up signing with us. So a little spoiler alert. We're going to move Jose Soriano to be our closer. I'm kind of pushing Joel Payamps out of that role now. He is 34 years old. He wasn't too bad across 53 innings, but I guess in gameplay, it's a totally different story. Now, Nick Castellanos, again, we were losing some offense with Adolis Garcia. I'm going to go out and go get Nick Castellanos. He mashes against left-handers. He's got really good hot and cold zones, so that's good for gameplay. I'm not looking for him to hit 40 home runs, okay? He hit 179 last year with 1 RBI. Like, he just didn't play in 28 at-bats. He just wasn't very good. But a guy like Castellanos seems like an angel. He just seems like he would be a good fit out here. I don't know. He's got that Cali swag thing happening there. Surfer dude. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go after Nick Castellanos. I think he'd be a good fit just to be kind of one of those backup outfielders and, be a guy that you plug and play outside of those young dudes, right? Paniagua, Marrero, be a nice fit. We're going to move Mike Trout out to right field this season. I think that's going to be better for his body. That's going to be better for his production. He's no longer a center fielder in my mind at 36. He's got to move to the corners. So he actually got better. He got 1 or 2 points better. He's up to a 98 overall player now. So now I got Paniagua out here. Now I'm going to move him to center field, and then he's going to have all of the outfield position eligibility there. So now we got a really good outfield mix. You got Paniagua as our starting center fielder. You got Mike Trout out there in right, and then you got Yelich who can play left and be a DH guy, along with Joaquin Marrero, kind of split some time, lefty, righty. That's kind of what they both do. So I think we got a really good outfield setup going into next season. Now, of course, as you guys know, I like to make sure that the player the Pixel guy has a say. So this is what we do with our arbitration guys. We put them in a wheel spin. It's either that you sign them up for arbitration because that's what they want, or they want a long-term deal. They don't even want to negotiate a longer-term deal. And the long-term deal is, quote, the extra year after the arbitration. So that way you sign them past their arbitration years. Zach Neto wanted that. We're going to offer him up a contract. See if he takes it. If he doesn't, that it is what it is, right? So Michael Kopech, he wants a contract outside of the arbitration. So we're going to offer him 2 years. So 2 years, not necessarily a long-term contract, but I should say multi-year contract is what that probably should say. Now Pearson, he's going to want arbitration. He's about 1.6, 1.8. So we're going to move him up to about $2 million. I think that's fair for a 75 overall reliever. And then Chad Wallach, I'm not even going to go after Chad Wallach. I just think it doesn't really do me too much. So a couple free agent acquisitions across the league. The Marlins are going crazy right now, spending a bunch of money. Looks like they feel like they have a big time chance now that they don't have that Trevor Rogers money or the Braxton Garrett money. I say that kind of tongue in cheek, the Braxton Garrett money. But yeah, Nick Lodolo is going to go sign with the San Diego Padres, and some other big moves like William Contreras going to the Detroit Tigers. Now, looking at shortstop, I'm in the Rule 5 draft right now. I'm looking at shortstop, and I don't see Zach Neto there. It's because Zach Neto didn't sign the contract. I thought he was going to take it. I just did not pay attention to it. So I simmed past it, and he ended up signing with the Atlanta Braves. So we have effectively let go of Zach Neto. I was really banking on Zach Neto to be my guy, my shortstop for the future, and we just let him go on accident. Complete and total accident. So that's my complete fault. And now we got to do a little makeup. We got to do some damage control here. So who do we go after? Well, Oneil Cruz in season 5. Okay, we're going into season 5 of this franchise. He's still stuck with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They haven't done jack diddly squat here in this franchise series. So you know what? I'm trying my best here to try to formulate a good package for the Pirates, but they don't want anything to do with it, and it's just getting a little bit too much for my liking to go get a guy like Oneil Cruz. So Zach Neto coming into his prime seasons, guys. 79 power against left-handers. He's a good defender. It just sucks. It really, really sucks. So now we got to find a way to fix the shortstop issue. So this deal, I think it was a solid deal, but you know what? I can't really get past getting rid of Woodward. He's a C outfielder that I don't think I'm ever going to play. CJ Abrams might be a good fit for us, but you know, the contact thing with CJ Abrams, I'm going to let it slide. And I think we've got other options like Sean Fuentes and some other players that we can plug in at shortstop. But we will make this move with the Cardinals. We're just trying to get away from some of these guys that don't have any minor league options yet. I don't want to waste guys like Braxton Garrett to put him on waivers and have another team claim him. And I don't really think he's good enough to start for us and be in the bullpen. Even that, I think we got better options. So we're going to do a trade. We're going to acquire Billy Lucas and a closer, Chase Poilot, I think it was, from the Cardinals. And I think it was a good move for us because Billy Lucas is another young dude that we were looking at drafting that we ended up not being able to take. But looking at the season 5 roster, guys, you got Thomas Woodson, one of our very first draft picks, finally able to be good enough to get onto the major league squad. He's a 74 overall, really good contact, really good vision. He's going to be a nice player for us. Even if he plays part-time, I think he's going to be really solid. You got Sean Noel at DH, you got Chavez playing second. Shortstop, you do have Fuentes in there. Chang can play shortstop as well. Martinez can play shortstop. So we have options to play shortstop, guys. And I think our team is looking to be pretty darn good here yet again. I don't think if it's World Series material. I still think it's playoff material and we can get on a little bit of a run. So I'm excited about it, guys. What do you think about the moves that we made? Do you think we got what it takes here to go to the next level again and win a back-to-back World Series championship? We'll find out in the next episode, guys. That will be the finale of this entire series. So I appreciate all of your guys' support here for the series. Of course, I want to do more than just one season. So we'll kind of cram maybe 3 to 4 seasons in that final video. Just give me some time to put all that video together, and we'll have a really good place to call this series a series and close the book on it, man. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you guys if I don't post before then. As always, thanks so much for watching, and peace.